All right, what's going on, nerds? This video is kind of weird for me because it's a video based off of a video. So this is like a response video to something that another YouTuber posted. And this isn't like drama or anything like that. It's just I want to share my perspective on the matter as well. And that's one of the coolest things about YouTube is that there are tons of different people out there. They all live different lives and they can all share their perspectives. And then you can take that and use it to help guide your path along this thing we call life. And this video is in response to Brandon Campbell's video, which was in response to Tim Thebodeau's video and Joey Flex's video talking about balance and fitness and stuff like that. And I believe a lot of YouTubers get this question like, hey, how do you balance everything? How do you balance like life and work and fitness and business and all of this stuff? And I think Tim Thebodeau said it best in the comment section of Brandon's video. And he said it's all about prioritization and the management of that prioritization. Just because you have priorities set in life doesn't always mean that you have great time management skills in which to take care of all of those priorities. And that's so true. And I think it's something that a lot of people lack and a lot of people don't want to work on because it's basically like for you to work on it means you have to admit that you suck at it. And no one wants to admit that they suck at time management. Right? Because you get told like when you're a kid, like, oh, you manage your time horribly. Da, da, da. You don't want to be told that as an adult. But it's true. So I want to share my side of things. Tim Thebodeau and Brandon, they work 9-to-5 jobs and they live different lives and their opinions out there. And I think that's relatable to a lot of people. And I want to share my opinion as a personal trainer, as someone's life who revolves around fitness. And so it's a little different, but also my take is a little different because I'm a personal trainer. And so my life is built around guiding others to reach their goals. And so I want to share a little bit of what I share with my clients to you guys. And hopefully that it helps. So first things first, if you don't have a family, if you don't have a job, I'm not saying that you're looking for a job. I'm saying like you don't have to have a job. You don't have bills. There should be no reason that fitness cannot be the number one thing on your priority list. Unless you're in school or something like that. And then obviously schools should take precedence over fitness. But there's a lot higher chance that fitness is going to be higher up on your priority list, like in your top 5. And for the majority of Americans, that's not the case. So if you're one of those small percentage of the population where fitness is in the top 5 of your priority, don't take that for granted because there might come a time in your life where it gets moved down the priority list because you have work, you have obligations for family, you have obligations to pay bills, and those things are going to take precedence over fitness, or at least they should if you're a decent human being. So if you're one of those few rare people where fitness is in your top 5 of your priorities, then don't take it for granted. Bust your ass in the gym. Take advantage of that opportunity because it might not always be there. Now, if you're like the rest of us Americans or the rest of the people in the world and fitness falls a little bit lower on your priority list, this is for you. Listen to this. So, I truly believe that fitness should be on everyone's priority list in some form or fashion. And I'm not saying like you have to be a physique competitor or a power lifter or this or that, but fitness, because it's going to lead to you being better at life. So there are significant amounts of studies out there that show that cognitive function is related to activity level. So someone that is more active has a greater degree of application to cognitive function. Now, I'm not saying that working out makes you smarter. I'm saying working out gives you more potential for cognitive function. Like, being able to focus, being able to have drive to do other things, those type things are all spawned from being more fit. And that's just because your body can now spend more time on that stuff because it's not having to work so hard to keep your fat ass alive. Might be the harsh truth. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm not going to beat around the bush. And for those of you that have a family, obviously that's going to be really high on your priority list. For those of you that have a house, paying that mortgage is going to be really high on your priority list. Taking care of the lawn, doing other things that have to deal with the house, that's going to be higher up on your priority list. If you have a job, obviously work is going to be higher up on your priority list, because if you don't put it up there, you're probably not going to have a job too much longer. You know what I'm saying? And so you can see how these things are automatically going to be sliding into your number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5 slot, and fitness is going to get pushed down. And that's not a bad thing. You need to understand that first. It's okay if fitness isn't your number 1 priority, if fitness isn't in your top 5. Hell, if fitness isn't even in your top 10, as long as it's somewhere on your priority list, that's okay. But along with that, expectations need to line up with where it falls on your priority list. If your goal is to look like Ronnie Coleman and fitness is the 15th thing on your priority list, that shit ain't gonna happen. And you need to understand that. And I'm not saying it's not gonna happen tomorrow. I'm saying it's never gonna happen for you in life, period. And that's okay. You just need to understand that you need to lower your expectation list. And I think a lot of people start viewing fitness as a chore or a job because their expectation for fitness is insanely high, where their priority for fitness is really low. And if you would just adjust that and bring your expectation level down to meet your priority level, your success with fitness would be much greater, and it wouldn't feel like a job, it wouldn't feel like a chore, and you would start succeeding at things a little bit more. Like, maybe you don't need to do Jay Cutler's mass stack routine when you can only get in the gym 2 days a week. You know, maybe you just need, like, let's try to not be so fat, and let's try and not have a dad bod for summer. Or maybe it's, let's just try and get a workout in today, because I've been hella stressed at work, the kids are sick, I just need to get away for a little bit and do something to relieve some of this stress. And it's a very, very, very positive thing that you can do for yourself. And that's okay. It's okay if you just want to, like, get a workout in, you want to sweat. Understand that your progression level is going to lower, your expectation level needs to lower to match what I just said. Because if you still have the expectation of looking like Ronnie Coleman or looking like one of these crazy physique athletes, and your priority is, I just want to try and get into the gym today, you're going to fail. And you're going to beat yourself up, and you're going to put yourself in a real negative place. And that's not good. Because you're going to end up making excuses for why you're not succeeding, and then it's okay, and then eventually you're just going to stop. And that's it. That's how simple this is. It's not crazy. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. You don't have to do all of this crazy stuff. You don't have to go to the gym 7 days a week. You just need to understand, line everything up with your priorities. And if fitness is 14 on your priority list and you're just doing it so that you're not so sickly, that you can relieve stress, then use it that way. Don't stress yourself out trying to achieve goals that don't line up with your priorities. Then again, maybe you have high goals. So that means you need to reorganize your priorities. Take it to heart. I hope it helps. And I'll catch you nerds in the next video.
It's lonely at the top, I'm tired of having company. So while you busy trying to fit in, I'ma stand out and view my life through this lens to see how it pays.